Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I just tap on these and do I create an album?
Yeah, yeah, create an album. You know, I do that and do the photos already.
Okay, so this.
Did you do all the cropping and do the photos, right?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of moving them all into the photo.
Oh,
And then make sure, well, remember you tap on the ellipsis to select the image. Select photos.
oh, that's why I got these.
Yeah, just like little circles. There you go. Your assignment is to upload pictures every night for an hour a night before you go to bed.
Yeah, well, my husband, I do stay up late, he says, Tom, I can't get it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, you can upload them all night long and I won't bother me at all. Just say, I uploaded a few test albums. Great. I will be fine with that. Two hawks on. Two hack, is that how I pronounce it? Two hack? What is it now? Oh, hey! Very creative. I like it. I like it. Yeah, there's some word I heard over last week. It's spelled the same. It's like my grandson was telling me. I totally forgot it. But whatever name it is, it's spelled the same, whether it be forward or reverse. The name is spelled the same. I can't remember which one it was. He told me about it. What is that? Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, it was race car. Yeah, it was race car. Yeah, he goes, hey, Papa, you know race cars spelled the same way forward as back? I'm like, no, didn't know that. So it's good to know. He's into a lot. He does a lot of online racing stuff. So I learn something new every day, buddy. Do what? Ma. Hey, how you doing? Do what now?
That's how big incapacitated.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're here. You just so happen to come back on a night where it's optional attendance.
I know.
That's okay. I'm glad to have you. You three, welcome to have you.
Well, I want to definitely come in here and make sure that. Hold on.
I'll play with you guys tonight. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She brought extra last week. There's some up there. You don't have to go buy any. Just grab which one you want.
Thank you.
They printed them out at a photo place like a Walgreens or Walmart.
Do they have to be done on this?
Mhm.
Like, how they have to be-
Yeah, like a photo, like Walmart, Walgreens, is the cheapest place to get them done. Like $1 a piece, usually $1.10 a piece, something like that. Not real expensive, hopefully. Yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah, ink is much more expensive than just go to the store and pay $1 a piece or something to get it done. Oh yeah, a lot cheaper. Printing out 8x10, only 3 to 5. Yeah, minimum 3. Yeah, just like that. And then you got your thumbnails, all the pictures. Mm-hmm. Yeah, regular paper on that. And then resume. That's it. Yeah, a lot of students, and we'll go over it tonight here in a bit, but a lot of students are going to be doing online photo shows since a lot of computers don't have DVDs anymore. So online photo shows is about the only way to do it. So we'll go over an example of one here in a second. Okay, those that are joining online, if you want to put your name in the chat module in YouTube, it should be on the right side of the YouTube video. Right over here on the right side. If you're on a mobile phone, if you can actually view via desktop view of YouTube, turn your phone landscape and then type in your name so I know you're here. And we'll get started here in about a minute. Go ahead and get signed on to Kahoot. If you've not already signed on, go ahead and sign on to Kahoot as always, just like you're in class, and we'll get started here in 1 minute. All right, Lord Mike just joined on. So if you're joining online, it's not a requirement, but those of you who are online watching, if you want to post your name there in the chat module in YouTube, there on the right where it says say something, put your first and last name in, that would be great. And I'm typing in there right now, post here, so you can actually see it show up on the video. No, you don't need to do it, just so it's online. All right, well, looks like I've got 5 watching online, so we'll go and get started. Here we go. This is over portfolio stuff, final portfolio stuff that we've already went over. Blank will present final presentation on last day of class. Some will present, everyone will present, or Bill will present. Those just joining online can go ahead and join the Kahoot if you want to. All right, so yeah, everyone's going to present on the final session. Everyone will present on the final session. So there's our tally. G to hack, which is basically Kahoot spelled backwards, I was told. Ma and Lord Mike. 3 reminder with blank plastic sleeves for 8x10 photos. 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10. So how many plastic sleeves you need? 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10. 8x10 photos. you go. And those joining online, if you're too late for the Kahoot, you can type in your answer in the chat module if you want. Do you need to create a one-page resume? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you need to create a one-page resume? Yes, you do. You want to know? 3 to 5. Yep.
But it said I was wrong.
Oh, you did? Okay. I'm sorry.
I had to lock out because I had to switch the landscape because it wasn't showing up on my phone.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. You need thumbnails of some of your photos. True or false? Some of your photos. You need all of your photos, not just some. Do you need background music for your photo show? Yes or no? Yes, you do. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. Should you test Photoshop before final class? Make sure it's working. Yes or no? Or yes or no way. Have a little fun with it, maybe. Why not? Yes. How many photos are needed for a portfolio? 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 30 to 50. $30 to $50 is the correct answer. What week do you present your portfolio? We are in week 13 right now. So week 15, or week 16? Yes. Week 16 is correct. Laura, you got it right. Or Laura said 15. That's okay, Laura. Laura's answering on the chat module. All right. So that's the results of that one. So let's go ahead and go over now the actual final portfolio. In each week, there's going to be a final portfolio help link. I'll go to week 13, which we're in this week. And those that are listening online or watching online, you should follow along. Those that came into the podcast a little late, you can click on this 13 podcast just like you did earlier to rewatch the beginning of it. But we just did a Kahoot, so you didn't miss much. 13 task is basically working on your final project this week. Classroom attendance is optional. As I can see, we have 3 in attendance and the rest online or at home. There's a final resources link in every one of the weeks, which we'll go over in just a second. And then each week you'll also need to post what did you get done this week? Any issues, any tips or tricks that you want to share? Also, if you find a place to, like, say, print photos cheaper, post that in here. That'd be great because everybody will be able to see your post. So whether it be online or take them to Walgreens or Walmart or wherever you find a good deal, you can definitely post that here. That'd be great. I'm going to go back to the last one, which is the task. We're going to click on that final resources and go over your final portfolio help. There is many more portfolios in class that you're more than welcome to come grab and look at. Also, there is some binders that a student graciously gave us to from her work that was going to throw away. So come and help yourself to those binders instead of going and buying one. Might as well use them up. And so everyone will be presenting, as it said in the Kahoot, on the final session. Your final presentation will consist of a hard copy portfolio, which is a binder. That's a 75 point. 3-ring binder, 3 to 5 plastic sleeves for 8 by 10 photos. So minimum of 3, maximum of 5, 8 by 10 printed out at a place that prints photos, like a Walgreens, a Walmart, or any online resource as well, or any other place you might find. And again, if you find a cool place that has really good deals, post it on the discussion each week. Cover page, your name, Web225, spring 2018. Resume, there's a link on this resume called livecareer.com to help you build a resume, just a one-page resume slanted towards a photographer. And so if you've only taken this class as a official photography class, put that as one of your training or education. And then other types of photography you've taken might be, yeah, for your family, friends, video, weddings, whatever. And then you might also put in your resume, and you'll see some examples in the portfolio of what type of photos you'd like to take, type of thing. And so it's kind of an aspiring resume of here's what I aspire to do. And it's kind of fun. 3 to 5, 8x10s, already went over that. Thumbnails. You can use Pixlr Express, the link's in here in the final portfolio, to create a thumbnail of all your photos. So you'll print out 3 to 5 that put in the plastic sleeves. You will use digitally for your photo show, we'll talk about in a second, the 30 to 50 photos that you collect from your photo profession. You'll create a contact sheet of all the photos that you have created and use whether printed out or online in your photo show. Now let's switch to the DVD or the online photo show. Most of you, I'm guessing, are going to do the online photo show because you don't have a DVD burner in your computer or laptop. So this is also worth 75 points as well. So hard copy, 75 points, DVD or online photo, 75 points. So here's the one I suggest you use. It's called spark.adobe.com video. And I'm going to show you an example of what one looks like here real quick. So when you sign up for the free Spark account, you can begin doing something like this. I'll show you an example here. You can add text, you'll upload all your images and add text, music, and everything to your slideshow. And here's an example right here. Pretty nice too. And costs absolutely nothing. And once you're finished with your slideshow, you can share it to the entire world, not just to the class, for your profession, final portfolio. Yeah, this is actually video somebody took, but you can do it also with pictures as well. This is creating a video of videos, basically. And then I'll show you here of a portfolio, which is more in line with maybe what you're doing every day type of stuff. Again, this is a video portfolio.
My name is Jessica Yellow White. I'm a painter and a ceramics. I mean, it's really an intimate.
So that's all video. And go back. So do like as advertisement one. Again, all these are showing videos, but it can be done with pictures as well. And you can add text on top of it or whatever. And I'll log into my account just to show you how easy this is to do. I created quite a few for our division, for different events, for all of our promos of all of our events. We do this as well. Yeah, you can put video, audio, whatever. And so I'm going to go ahead and create, I'm going to show you the ones we've created here. Quite a few we've created, like one of the newest ones was the portfolio for courses offered in the fall using Spark. And notice it's got text and images. And again, this is called a page, but I'll show you how to do a photo show here in a second. So let me go back to SP. Let's hit the plus symbol. And notice you have the option. I can do a post, like to social media, or a page, like a poster, or it's kind of a live poster, basically, interactive type poster, right? And in the page, basically, you can add in video, text, pictures, buttons, cool stuff like that. And then on the video, we'll do that as an example here, just to show you how it works. And I'm just going to type in here, Web225 final example. Hit next. and you get to choose a template to choose from. So maybe you want to tell a story of what happened on a vacation, show and tell, describe an importance of what matters to your audience, personal growth. So I'm going to choose this show and tell. You can choose any which one you want, but I'm just going to choose this one to show you. What it's doing right now is it's building the beginning of your video. You go, okay, I'm ready. And notice you can add in video, text, photos. I'm just going to go quickly add some photos here from my Mac here, and just to show you how easy it is. But we'll pretend these are your photos on your computer that you have already downloaded to a folder or whatever. And I'll just choose some of these from our photo session last week. Remember when you came in and did the portrait studio? I'm going to select all those photos from that and click open. And now it's uploading those photos into the Spark video. And I notice I put it all on one slide, which you normally would not do that. But I did. I put it in normally one slide. Go to the next slide, and I could add another photo. Next slide, add another photo. I'm just picking a few here. All right, so I'm just going to play it like it is right now. And let me go full screen and preview it. That was the first slide. Remember, I uploaded all those images? That was just the one slide I uploaded all the images into. So it gives me 16 seconds by default, but as you can see, I have quite a bit more I can add. But like, I'll go to this one and say I want to add over this one, something like, great job. And once I click on that, got it. I can now move this text around if I want to. I can change the seconds to be longer than 2 seconds to whatever I want it to be. I'll do it on this one as well. They have icons as well you can add. So, maybe just to show you how to add one. No rhyme or reason, and it gives you the rights to use it. And if I click away from this, I can come back and then move it around. So I put some text in. I'll put some text on this first one too. And nothing real fancy. I didn't put a lot of work into this right now, but pretend you spent hours working at it, and you've got your photo show with music. And the music you're using actually in this case is free music. It's open source music. You don't have to pay for it. Okay. And by the way, you can choose different music. So if I go over here and say I want to choose different music for this, notice I can do video, text, photo. By default, it's going to add some captions in there for you, and you can actually add in different slides too. So if you wanted to say on this one, say I wanted to come over here and add in a new slide and say I just wanted it to be text and title and text. That's all I want it to be. To put in here the title. Put in here my name. That could be the title of my slide. If I want to get rid of one, I can click on it and delete it. And so now when I play this, go back, preview it. One of the newest features they added is you can actually download this too. It'll download it as a real video to share with others that maybe don't have online access or something. You can do that as well. Question?
Can you use this to put on your disc also?
Yeah, if you downloaded it, you could.
Okay.
Yeah, if you downloaded it, you definitely could. So this is completing the download. I'll let it finish, and you'll notice right down here, the Web225 final exam.mp4. That's an actual real video that it compiled that you could share. So that's a real quick overview of the Spark video. And right now I've chosen, there's different themes as well. I just chose what it came with, but you can choose different ones. And each theme is going to apply a different color scheme. And it's also going to apply a different sound, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll choose this mountain one here just to show you. There we go. And let's see here. I want to go down to the caption. And when you go to the share button, here's where you can actually tell what category, which is going to be education. You can put a subtitle on it or not. So I'm going to leave mine just like it is and hit create link. What it's doing now is creating a link of this slideshow I just spent hours working on, we'll pretend. And it's totally done, and I love it. It works great. And once this link's finished being created, you can then share it. Now, those that are online right now, I'm going to switch over here to where I can see your comments. Do you have a question, anybody that's online, about the making videos with Adobe Video? Okay, so I'm going to go click X on that. You guys have any questions in here on Adobe Video? Okay, cool. So again, it'll take some time to figure out how to use it, but that's pretty simple, as you can see. Not real hard to do. You can choose a theme, choose a layout. You can even resize it. And again, each slide gives you the option to add in, if it's a blank slide here, add in video, text, photo, or an icon of anything that you want. So that is Spark Video, and it's totally free to set up. Next is to create, if you do have a DVD burner on your computer, you can use iDVD here in the classroom to create a DVD of your photos. Or if you have a Windows machine at home, you can use Windows Movie Maker, which comes with Windows, and it's free to use as well. Both of them work fine if you do have a DVD burner on your computer. Most students, I'm guessing, is going to choose a Spark just because, number one, it's free. Number two, it's really easy to use, and it shouldn't take you too long once you have all your photos together to put together, basically. Testing before class, you can share your, if you do an online photo show, you could share it with a link. The other one I'm thinking about that is not in here that you can create an online photo show with is Google Photos. I believe now you do have the option to create an online photo show. I don't have it on this list here, but that is an option. I know students have created one with that before. Flickr is another one that you can create an online photo show with as well. You're limited, I believe, on both. I don't believe you can add music to the background, but maybe they've changed that. But I know this one does. That's why I have it in here. The Spark one does. So again, breaking down, wrapping it up on the requirements for final portfolio: hard copy, 75 points; presentation, 75 points. And if you complete both the night of your presentation, which is week 16, which is 3 weeks from tonight, everybody will be here that night to present. You'll get 150 points. So let's talk over the schedule last before I let you go and work on gathering your photos. So we're in week 13 right now. Make sure and post what you've completed in week 13. Week 14 is optional as well. I will do beginning little podcasts like I'm doing tonight for week 14 as well, if you want to join. Week 15, this is mandatory attendance. I need everybody to be there to that class because we're going to go through a checklist. And I'll go and click on week 15 to show you the checklist so you can make sure you have everything that you need. So in week 15, there's a checklist that you literally go through and check whether or not you have that completed. So I've got my 3-ring binder, check. I have my cover page, check. I have my resume, done. I've done my 3x5 photos, done. I put all my thumbnails, done. DVD presentation or online, done. I tested it, done. There you go. So you might come in week 15 and only have that done. That's fine. Just as long as I'm going to walk around the class, I'll know where everybody's at. Make sense? So again, this is just for you for your benefit, so you can kind of help you make sure you're on task. Is that little checklist? So again, this week, optional. Next week, optional. I will do a little video or a little screencast next week as well. You will also in week 14 have required to tell me what you finished. Week 15 is mandatory. And then week 16 is the final presentation. And I'll go to week 16 to show you that. So each student will present their DVD or online photo and hand in your portfolio that night, 3 weeks from tonight. Portfolio point breakdown, 75 for portfolio, hard copy, photo show, DVD, 75 points, total 150 points. This video here is actually a YouTube link to a presentation done in this class a few semesters ago. And so it's a final presentation that you can watch how the students did their presentations to give you inspiration that you can do it. So tonight, I would suggest gathering as many photos as you can. Remember, you can gather photos from past photos you've taken before you started the class. Most of you chose a one profession portfolio, photography portfolio, with a lot of portraits, a lot of landscape, a lot of nature was chosen. A few of you also chose 2 professions. If you chose 2 professions, just split up the difference with the photos that you need. So 15 and 15, 25 and 25, however many photos you have. So if you're hard pressed to find photos, you might, you can do as low as 30 and split it up 15, 15. But if you've only chosen one, that's great. You're only required to choose one profession, but some of you did choose 2. If you have any questions on anything, let me know. Shoot me an email. Make sure and come into class if you need a portfolio. Pick up an empty binder. Do not go binder to binder. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 binders over there that somebody can pick up. And lastly, before I end this screencast, any questions from the online folks? Laura, do we just play the video we create or do we speak also? Good question. I will play the video. I'll ask you a few questions before the video is presented on challenges you had creating the video, successes you had creating the video, and gathering the photos. And then I'll show the video photo show, and then the next person will come in line. So that's basically how it's going to be done. So yes, you will speak a little bit, but it'll be towards questions that I have for you, which are basically what I just mentioned. So good question. Yes.
Yeah. So can we mix up like photos and video?
If you want to bring videos into your photo show, you can definitely do that. Yeah.
And also, where would you find the plastic binders?
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah, really cheap at Walmart. I would say for 3 to 5. You can buy them individually at like 50 cents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I've even known students that bought theirs at Dollar General too. Dollar General has them as well. Yep. Dollar General has them as well. And again, if you find any deals while you're out shopping, whether it be for the sleeves or for photos, you can post them in the discussion for that week. So make sure and do that.
Now, as far as the cover page,
Yes,
can we just make that in Word?
you can just make it in Word. Yeah, the cover sheet you can make in Word. You can make in whatever platform you want to make it in. I don't really care as long as it has that information on it. It can be just that information only, and that's it, nothing else. I do have students that have done like put a picture on the front, but you don't have to. And so, yeah, good question. Any other questions about the final portfolio requirements? All right, well, let's get to work. Thanks for joining online, Laura, and the 3 others that joined that didn't post their names. Have fun this week gathering your photos. I'm glad you're feeling better. Things are going good.
Thanks.